Hello and welcome to another stream of Assassin's Creed Valhalla to continue my annual playthrough. In the last stream we did the story arc with King Rodri and I took care of some zealots and also took care of a Order of the Ancients member, and the next story arc that I'll be doing will be London. But let's go visit Hytham first to give him some of the medallions that we've got.
Have you?
Here. This marks fewer members of the Order.
It gives me joy to take these from you. As a token of my deep gratitude, I want you to have this. Keep this up and the land will be free of these monsters.
Keep this. It serves your cause better than it does my pocket.
Another one? You are certainly proficient. As a token of my deep gratitude, I want you to have this. You have done well, but there are more still.
I have to go.
Then go in peace.
Hello there, Lucinda. Good morning. Welcome on in. Valhalla is going well. In the previous stream, I did the story arc with Eivor killing Chaelbert, and we didn't give him the axe. And I also took care of some zealots, and also some order members, or one order member, I should say, even though the zealots are part of the order too. So in this stream, I'm going to be tackling the London story arc next. Dr. Darling, that was 2 hours already? Oh my god! It sure was, dude. Absolutely. I like how it keeps on telling you about quests you don't actually care for yet.
Looks like I have a new letter. I want to see the Alliance map.
Alright, time to go to merry old London.
Hytham asked that I travel to London. What do you know of it?
A wild city, one that Halfdan Ragnarsson tried to claim for himself years ago. But it resists all attempts to be held.
Hytham claims the city is overrun by a strange cult, the Order of the Ancients. He asks that I track them down and kill them. Doing so may help the honest people there, and earn us an ally in the process.
In a city so chaotic, it is worth a try. Approach by the North Gate and start asking around.
I will.
Good. I await your return.
Travel to London? But first, apply these skills. There we go. Power level 149. Lucinda, as for you, you're doing well. You got your in-person interview schedule for Friday morning. Oh, very good. That's great that you actually have a day for the interview. That's good. That's the first step in getting the job. Now the next step is just turning up and boom, you've got it in the bag. Thank you for the welcome back, Seni. Thank you so very much. Going to London. Listen, do you wish interviews were that easy for you? They're like studying for a test and they feel like interrogations. It's like, where did you work last? What was the best thing about the job? What was the worst thing about the job? What was a time where you thought you could have done great and you did? When was the time when this happened? How many customers gave you positive feedback? What did you eat for breakfast on the day of this? You know? What's your favorite color? It's like, we need to make sure that our applicants have a certain amount of hours of eating under their belt. Listen, yes, you hate those questions. Ask me all the technical questions you want. I got those. Please don't ask me what your favorite part of the job has been. Exactly, Lucinda, you know, it's like, if the job that you're applying for has an aspect to it that you're going to be saying was the worst thing about the other job that you had, like, it's almost like they're trying to trap you into answering something that will decrease your chances of getting the job.
The Cripple Gate of London. Might find an official worth his salt here.
Easy now. Have patience, all. I beg patience, all. We'll have this rat cleaned up in no time. Keep it steady, huh?
Yeah, love. Hey, bear up, Master Ame. You'll be on your way shortly, huh?
Something of a shepherd, aren't you?
It can feel that way, aye. Can I help you with something?
Who governs this burr? I would like to speak with him, if I can.
Ah, the Governor Trigger. Good and fair Dane come to London for you back.
Trigger?
Aye, most hours of the day you can find him at the old villa, dealing with all manner in Avery.
Stow! Avgos wants his cut of the summer harvest. Shit, Carl. Huh? What's the holdup?
We're talking.
Gentlemen, the farmers of Mercia have paid their burden already. If Avgos wants more, he can petition for it.
Petition for it? Well, you can tell that old mud merchant that if he wants his apple, he can bob for it.
Belongs to Master Ame, sir.
Bob for it!
That is filthy.
Bob for it!
How do you like those apples?
You're going down!
Is this kind of noise common to London?
Now, we've a quiet day once in a great while. And try not to kill anyone, eh?
I'll wear your face as a skull cap, Stow.
Watch your head there!
Eyes on your own foe!
God in heaven, you fight like the devil's stolen your bread.
You give some hard knocks yourself.
Road, be a good lad and prick the names of those that pay their food tax, will you? Right then. You've some dealings with Governor Trigger, is that it?
I'll have dealings with any who can deliver a fair friendship with my Raven clan. If that's you, then all the better.
Ah, no. Trigger's your fellow. I'm the Shire Reeve of London's westerly half. I keep things ordered and fair.
Shire Reeve is not a name that rides easy on the tongue.
Reeve's my title, sorry. Stow's my name. Stow of London.
Crocodile's best question is, what was your biggest achievement, and what's your biggest goal for the future? It's like, well, my biggest achievement is that I speed ran this game, and I defeated it in 10 minutes. So this is a job at KFC. Yeah, but you're supposed to be fast here, right? I can be fast, I'm a speedrunner of video games.
Man, Rod Legion and Lucinda TTV going for interviews, sounding like interrogations. Obviously, you haven't been interrogated by the Batman. Try that on for size. I know it's no walk in the park. Oh shit, here he comes. I better bounce.
Bane better bounce, that's for sure, otherwise someone will break his back. Hey there, lighters. Welcome back to another stream. Hope things are going well. Lucinda, tell me about a time where you overcame adversity or challenge. Answer, when I prepared for this interview. You're hired. You got the job. Oh, that's great, Lidus. I'm glad to hear that, dude. We're now doing this story arc in London.
It's good to meet you, Reeve Stowe. London sits on sturdy shoulders.
To be fair, I'm not the only Reeve. There are two of us now, and the governor to boot. We do our best in these times, wild as they are.
Take me to your governor, Stowe. He sounds like a man worth knowing.
Right then. Station filled, flock shepherded, and off to Trigger we go. And what can I call you? Humbler of thugs? Dane Hammer?
I am Eivor, of the Raven clan. We have a settlement to the north, just off the River Neen.
Well, I owe you a great debt, Eivor. You're a worthy ally.
Yeah, Crooked, about
so
the
this
governor.
is London. A city built by giants.
So they say. She's an old place, surly as they come. But there's a mystery here I quite adore. I was raised here, in fact. Learned the scriptures of Christ's apostles in Lundenwich. I was Saxon Borough, just past the western walls.
You're not a priest, are you?
No. No, I was raised by them. And for a penniless bastard, I turned out pretty well.
A penniless bastard, and now London's fearless Reeve.
Well, it's Trigger who saw something in me. He judges not the circumstance of my birth. His two hands, left and right, are me and a Dane-born soldier, Erke. Erke's an orphan of the last Viking horde put down in London for a season. 2 or 3 years back now, it must have been. It's through Trigger I met Erke, and now we Reeves walk the city like parents looking after our children. A native son, and an imported Dane. See, London's a city built of many pieces.
Yes, and also running around and pushing civilians out of the way. It always amuses me in these games how
Lose each other.
the character you're following is programmed to knock everyone over.
Wait. Something's wrong.
Iron on the ear. This blood is fresh.
These were good men. What's happened here? God, no. No.
It took 3 arrows to kill him. The next 12 were an insult.
O Lord, deliver these men with the light of thy countenance visiteth and shines upon them.
You've no need for outsiders, Stowe. It's a private matter.
There's no cause to be leery. Eivor had my back in a brawl at Cripplegate. More thugs from the garrison.
You must be a real broker to hold your own against those shithugs. It's time to fetter those men, Stowe. It can't go on like this.
It's a serious attack. Were they after you as well?
Now that's a fine question, isn't it?
You must be Erke, London's second reeve?
Erke Botel's son, yes I am. Are you telling me this gut bucket called me second reeve?
First in the Eastborough, and a man I trust with my life.
Stowe's never been a good judge of character.
Erke, this is Eivor. She came to meet with Triga, to seal the bonds of friendship with her clan.
He would have welcomed you heartily. He was a trusting man, and I got him here.
Have you found anything?
I just arrived. The killers left a ladder on the body there.
I'll have a look around.
Triga had men with him at all times. How could the killers get through?
They must have been known to him. Well enough to get close without suspicion.
Good and holy Christ, that could be most anyone. He governed this burg. Oh dear.
What is it?
Dirty notes from a mistress. Sorry. Mistresses. In Triga's desk.
Ah, yes. The old man had a wandering hand. And I
didn't know. I didn't think.
He didn't want you to. It was his secret to keep.
Find anything?
Besides enough blood to repaint the city's faded bricks? No.
I was going to say, usually there's a lot of dialogue here that has big long breaks between them, when some dialogue was just said by Erke.
Foot of all this. I just can't.
Look at us, sitting on our laurels while Eivor does all the work.
A barber surgeon's tools. Sharp and precise for easy butchery. Must have been what was used to free Triga's head from his neck.
Three sets of footprints leave. 2 average, and 1 massive.
This letter. Someone wanted us to see it. From Rome went an order of heretics who worshipped the relics of a time before Christ.
Erke, this was the letter he told us about. Said it contained fearful news about London.
It warns of 3 such heathens who have infiltrated London. His killers, I expect. I do not envy this man's death. Hang on, there's something in his hand. This was not Triga's seal?
Nay, it looks Roman in origin. Must have been on a ladder he opened.
It must have been significant to this god for him to grasp it, even in death.
Perhaps it's what got him killed.
I think I have a clear idea of what happened here. Trigger was shot where he sat, probably as he read the letter. One of his guards grabbed the seal and tried to escape. He didn't make it. A second killer found him first. He met his end at the noose, lifted by the bigger man. A third attacker took his eyes, then came for Trigger's head. Symbolic, maybe. Headless leader, eyeless guards. The killers were without fear. This kill was a message. Their footprints leave together. 3 sets heading back to the courtyard. The letter mentions 3 heretics, named only by monikers. The Leech, the Arrow, the Compass. Signed by someone calling himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ.
Poor fellow soldier. Odd name.
3 names, 3 killers, as you said.
Baldersack. It could be anyone in London. Who can we trust?
Only the people in this room, I fear.
Even that would be unwise, until we know more.
The Arrow is described as a pugnacious Dane invader. That describes too many in London.
The Leech hails from Wessex. London is home to many of them as well.
And the Compass, a Frankish captain.
Less common, but no face comes to mind.
What is this symbol here?
I recognize that from the Mithraic temple. I passed it on the way here.
This temple is our only strong lead. I would like to see it.
Our city is overrun with cowards. We may be next to fall if we don't resolve this sick fermentation of hate.
I've told you, this city answers to blood and power. We should serve as such.
I can't leave him like this. I need to.
We'll get the church to see to it, Stone.
No. No, it should be me. I must ready him for judgment.
I understand. Only get some air from time to time. It reeks in here. Shall we, Broga?
The gods have been murdered! To arms! Defend Trigger!
Well, now the locals have caught a whiff of this fatted mess.
The temple is yours to explore, Eivor. It's to the east of here. I must wear my Reeve's face for a time.
Keep away! Keep away! The fight is over. Town Hall will follow soon.
Should the Reeves change their minds, I will have to gut them and put a puppet atop London's throne. But Stowe seems a good man. I will trust his word. The Temple of Mithras, well guarded for a tangle of old ruins. I need to find the entrance.
Time to die.
Tools for searching, finely crafted, like we found in the villa. And there is a letter here, arranging payment to a blacksmith. The compass holds sway over the others. He has ordered the arrow to recruit archers in a market to the west. Worth a visit. Messages between the leech and the compass. Healing, gutting. The leech is a strange one, but the compass calls the strikes. I've got enough to go on for now. Erke and Stowe must see all this. I see more bloodshed in London's future. At least Sunan will feast.
It's worth knocking on a few doors, that's all I'm saying.
Trigger wasn't killed because you want to plant a few trees and fix a few roofs in London.
Looks less like a meal for crows in here.
Eivor, you bring good findings, I hope?
A few sheets of vellum, notes between members of a secret society. The Order of the Ancients, they're called.
Order of the Ancients? Doesn't sound any bells in this head. What's the purpose?
That would take some time to explain. But know this, that I am here to kill them. In London, it seems the compass is the head. The arrow and the leech are his hands.
Pet names and secret orders. What a crock. Do we know anything we can act on?
The arrow is a Dane who has seen his share of battle. His name suggests that he's an archer.
I'd bet my knuckles he's the one sowing discord among the Danes that shelter in London.
If it were me, I'd hide among my ranks. Surrounded by other fighting men.
The arrow has orders from the compass to recruit soldiers at a market in the west.
I know the very place.
The leech has need of flesh. Been looking for thralls, though I can't say why.
We found a number of dead down by the quays lately. But not thralls alone. Some of the missing we find again, in several places. Cut to pieces.
Good lord, Erke.
The compass is a mystery. He's mentioned often, but there's little to go on.
Said he was a Frankish captain, did you? To find him, we'd have to mark the ships that came and went along the Thames.
Captains are a transient sort. It may be he's far away, keeping quiet.
That may be, but would he scream if we cut off his hands?
Oh, you've a filthy mind for strategy.
We kill the arrow and the leech, then sit back and wait. Let the compass come to us. Let's not waste any more time. We will find the arrow and the leech. Killing both should drag the compass back into port. Stowe, I'll catch you at the Western Market.
Count on it.
and I'll make for the keys. There's another few bodies there to fish out of the muck.
It could be the leech is back at work.
God be with us, friends. Go in his name, and be protected by him.
Hey there, Sage. Welcome on in. AC Yap Halla. There's a lot of yapping in Halla going. It's a very noisy place. Only those with ears of iron can withstand living there for an eternity. How's things, Sage?
I should not be seen in this area.
Sage, ears of iron. Things are good. You got the joke, and the ears of iron is even better. Glad to hear that things are going well. It'd be so. I just thought of a funny thing. It'd be funny if video games had a too long didn't hear mode, where only the basics of what needs to be said gets said for some players. Was like, instead of the character saying, "Yes, I remember this enemy well. They went over to the house that was to the left." Just say, "Go to the house to the left." Instead of saying, "Hello, how are you going?" They'd just be like, "Your quest is to kill this dude. See ya." Was in the, oh, and here's an actual fucking waypoint. Exactly. That's it. Someone should mod this game and actually put proper actual waypoints for a lot of stuff. Instead of giving us a vague area to look in, just pinpoint accurate where the thing is. Madness,
Eivor,
isn't it?
welcome to the West Market.
A lawman like you could set folks on edge in a square like this. Why not wear a cloak?
Hide my face? Not a chance. It does the people good to see a lawman on the hunt. And once we've found the arrow, this order needs to know we'll be after the leech and the compass as well.
Any noise yet about the arrow and recruits?
I've heard whispers. Somewhere here, a man gives you a coin, and this coin grants you entry to a contest run by the arrow's men.
Which man? I see too many here.
He's good at blending in. I haven't spotted him yet today.
I'll sniff around. You stay back.
Eivor, what was your impression of Erke?
You suspect him of something?
I don't know. Whoever killed Trigo was a close friend, and it was Erke who found the body. I know Erke so well, and I can't bear to think he'd do something so vile. But...
Then don't. Wait for proof before you condemn your friend.
Ah, forgive me. My latest thoughts have been restless. I've been a reeve for so long. Fighting for God's justice. I shed my earthly attachments for his great plans.
But you couldn't shed Erke and his friendship.
No. No, I'm not sure I could.
It's good to talk. Unburden your soul. Clears the mind and lifts the weight off the chest.
Yes, indeed. And thank you for listening.
I should find one of these coins soon. Will you be around?
I'll return to St. Paul's just down the road. Godspeed, Eivor.
It's so
You are all the...
Hold you!
There we go. This coin is engraved with an image of the London Colosseum.
The Colosseum. But no one hears about the Colosseum, do they? It's always the Colosseum. The Colosseum is attention-seeking all the time. Londinium Amphitheater. Londinium. Sage, the thing that saves this game for you is knowing that Juno is a chillin' in a cave in Jotunheim, or the founder of the Templars is out there. Things like that. Yeah. We haven't reached the point in the timeline where Juno gets a new body. Obviously that's in present time, so quite a few centuries removed from this game. But it's cool that the actors came back to do the roles that they had done in previous games. I wasn't fully surprised that Nadia Verrucci came back for Juno, but I was surprised that we got the actor for Jupiter and for Minerva to come back as well. That was really cool. Hey there, Tall. Looking forward to Assassin's Creed Shadows? I'm kind of on the fence still. I want to wait till the game comes out and I find out what happens in the story first before I decide if it's worthy on that level. I do like the idea of playing as a character that has stealth and then one as combat, because then people can choose which approach they want. But I'm just more concerned about the way the story is going to go. Especially when the wider lore of the series is concerned. Ubisoft Quebec don't do a good job at making their games actually match the franchise. They more make games that, if it was a brand new IP, would be fine. But when they try to make their games connect to Assassin's Creed universe, that's where they lack. But you never know. They did a decent job with Syndicate, so they might do a decent job with Shadows. Sage, things like that. You left your save with Eivor just chilling next to Alfred like 2 weeks ago. Oh, did you? Yeah, it's funny, that whole scenario with the soul cakes. Do you know soul cakes? The way that woman says that has always stuck out in my mind.
I keep seeing them round my mum's house. Outlanders. Thinking they can stink up the place.
Outlander! In Children of the Corn, that's what, now what is he? Malachi? No, Malachi is the short dude. The taller dude is, oh shit, I can't remember the character's name now.
What's your business? Shooting or watching?
You're looking for skilled archers, and now you've found one.
This contest is private. Invitation only.
Your men are handing out these coins like they were on fire. Is this enough?
It's enough to keep us talking. But I'll want to see how well you handle that bow before you go any further. Want a trial round to test your eye?
I've had enough practice. Let's begin.
A real fanatic you are. Get ready. It's a simple contest here. Hit all targets true before the sand runs down. Here's a new competitor. A Norse from the northern wilds of Mercia. And and our current reigning champion, Sayer. All right, take your mark.
Hook set! Arrows knocked! Fire!
Odin speared, did you see that? Incredible!
A cheat! A cheat!
Eivor leads to victory! That's deadly aim you have. Best I've seen for some time. Well shot! You have earned your place at the Arrow's side today. He'll be eager to meet you. Hold yourself to the Imperial Arch and speak with our man, Hussa. Recite the phrase. May the Father of Understanding guide us. And he'll know it's you.
Whoops. I forgot, I don't have a command that changes the word for that. Sage, yeah, exactly. You figured if you left that mini-village, you'd never see him again. Yeah, the game would probably despawn him from the whole arena. Yeah. So you left it there forever. Should do like a role-play of Eivor and Alfred doing things like fishing and having like arm wrestles and stuff. Meet with Ursa and Ursa. Mine be banished, mine forgotten. So this dude, this Hussa, he has a lot of dialogue, so I'm going to listen to it, but just a heads up that it does take a while. There's quite a lot of dialogue to his speech. Hey Biko, welcome on in. Ah, well, it's all going good. Afternoon, evening, night, morning, has all been going well. How's things going with you?
Are you Hussa?
Yeah, and who's asking?
May the Father of Understanding guide us.
And may the Mother of Wisdom give us strength. You're to stand just there, look your best when the arrow comes forth, and keep still.
Friends, brethren, good people of London, we have had a hard week. Cowardly invaders stole into our governor's home and robbed him of his life. Trigger, my friend, my leader, slaughtered like a dog by outsiders, by the enemy. Do we expect his reeves to guide us? Some arsed halfwits let Trigger die. They think we're safe. But our governor knew. He confided in me his real plans to protect London. The drunken Danes of Northumbria polluting the north. Alfred and his men of Wessex rallying to the south. Of all this, Trigger said, Havgos, what we need now are strong borders and stronger soldiers. Today, I honor that wish. I present to you, good people of London, our new elite archery force. These elite archers will be stationed with our springalds, ready to attack invaders by land or by water. And further, until these storms of accusations clear, I will take Trigger's place at the head of our fair city. Not that I could replace him, for Trigger was a pillar of steel. But I can try. Let me be your arrow. Let me point a true way forward. Some will be naysayers, those who wish to discredit me, and those who wish to keep London weak. Listen not to them, friends. I serve only London. I serve you. London is a place of prosperity. Prosperity we must export to all of Britain's kingdoms. No more false kings with their lies. Heed the ancient ways. The true strength of London. Rule London. Rule Britain. Rule the world. Into order and truth.
Áfram!
Hey, what? Arrows knocked! It's a hard thing to raise the rats of a city into warriors. Hook set!
You raised no one. You only trapped them in their cowering fear.
Draw strings! First wave fire! No, I gave these men order. I gave them purpose. I showed them their common enemy. Anchor strings! Second wave fire! I was arrow for their rage. Without a foe to consume, we devour ourselves.
He speaks true. A man without an enemy defeats himself.
Justify all you want. You're just a king-killer and a coward.
Mighty High Horse, you'd do the same if you were me. Aim and fire!
You're mine!
Biko, your mate showed you when this first came out that you can wield two shields at the same time. I never seen that before, lol. He was running around killing enemies with the two shields. Absolutely, Biko, yeah. Yeah, it was funny that you could actually do that. It would have been cool too if you could actually throw your shield.
Must be careful now.
You're alright, you suppose, lol. Could be worse, but could be better, is your motto these days. Oh, I see, Biko. Yeah, I mean, it can be tough, you know. And sometimes your day can start off one way and end up another, and that can be either starting good and ending bad, or starting bad and ending good as well. Hey there, Smorton. Welcome on in. There is no place like London, especially in this game. It's cool to see how London looks in this time period versus how we saw it in Syndicate, obviously hundreds of years difference. But it was good. It's good to see that kind of stuff within the same series. If you count Ubisoft's franchises, we've also seen London in sort of like a near future kind of time period in Watch Dogs Legion as well. Sage, you got me thinking, was Eivor and Alfred the only time a protagonist or assassin confronts the lead Templar and they end up as friends? Yeah, I mean, I think they end up as friendly. I don't know if you could call them friends, but then again, when they did that last chapter thing, the way that they interact with each other seemed to be like they were still friendly with one another, so quite possibly. But it's an interesting sort of like observation nonetheless, because I think that would be the first time like that has happened. If they're friendly, yeah.
You're unharmed. Praise be to God.
It will take more than a few lads with newly polished bows to fell me.
The arrow was a boy.
A man with a boy's brain called Avgus.
Avgus? That can't be right.
I could return with his head on a spear if you'd like to see.
No. You've no reason to lie. Yet Avgos, my old friend, had no cause to murder. He saw London as a kiln of rage. To harden the softness of its younger men. Perhaps I ignored in him what I hoped not to see. Ambition, greed, anger.
From one man, such hatred is easy to spot. But from many, it's a fog that fills the room.
Power. Men will claw for it and cling to it at the cost of everything.
Very true, and it's cold comfort when glory has the taste of your family's blood. With Avgas gone, I'll turn my attention to the Leech.
Erke should be down at the quays. He'll be waiting for you.
If the compass should emerge, we'll let you know.
Then I'll be at St. Paul's Church, waiting for the good word. Take care, Broga.
Stunta thor munath fela wuka. Nilelinas. We've getan tharef ermen edgite. Heyo eitam gruten that treo niktan.
Litwan bide is that the heidenen for heidenda minsta. Je leest is niet on hereitha.
Oh yes, Morton, that is true. Yeah. I mean, obviously, you can be very specific about stuff too, like, you could say that such and such was the first person who wore a hat. Or you could say, well, this was the first person who had a mustache. So if you sort of like look at protagonists, regardless of their allegiance, and you look at the leader of the enemy or an enemy faction, you could definitely say that, you know, they become the friend of them as well. And like, assassin-wise, obviously Shay wasn't an assassin when he met Hatham. He was definitely not one still at that point. Sage, just in general, it's unexpected not seeing the assassin you're playing filled with anger and revenge. You don't know if you like it or dislike it, to be honest. Oh, that's fair enough. I mean, revenge has definitely been a theme of the series for a long time. And it's one of the most... The thing about revenge stories in general is they can be the most easiest stories to write, but they can also be the most difficult as well. And the balance is in trying to make what the person did so terrible that it strengthens the, I guess, motivations.
Best not to draw attention here.
That the character getting the revenge has, and the trick is getting the audience, whether it's a movie or if it's a video game, so the player in that case, is trying to get them to get behind the person getting revenge, you know. Trying to find something that people can relate to, not in the sense of having it had happened to them in real life, but just the idea of something, you know, like if we all think about someone that we really hold dear and we think about something bad happening to them, even if something bad hasn't happened to them, just the thought of something bad is something that we don't want to see, you know. So you can imagine from a character's perspective, when something very bad does happen and that character wants to get revenge, you can sort of get behind their reasoning for it as well. Sage. Right. Rose Riley was an assassin when he met the lead Templar Hatham. That's true in that respect. But if you were to not specify what allegiance Shay was, because he's the actual, even like, you know, obviously he's an assassin that becomes a Templar, but even so, he's still the protagonist because he's still the character that you're actually playing as. But you could also argue that you're actually playing as the antagonist, I guess. So it's like a two-way street, in a sense, with that whole thing. But yeah, in general, like you can be specific and you'd be like, well, the main character that we actually play as, regardless of whether they're protagonist or antagonist, they have met and become friends with the leader of a faction, whether it's Templar or Assassin. And depending on perspective, either one or the other is the quote-unquote hero and the other one is the quote-unquote villain, you know.
Is this the leech's work?
Yeah. New corpses every day.
If you are the only target for your people's fear, then they will turn on you.
They're scared. If I am to be redeemed, I owe them the leech.
How many bodies is that now?
A score have been uncovered. Definitely the leech's work.
How can you be sure?
Their eyes are scooped out. Black, empty caverns. Same as Trigger's gods.
There must be hundreds of people passing by here each day. Anyone see them dumped?
It's the riverbank, Vinner. Every crooked dealing in this city goes through here.
Stowe has seen the same. It's not only the dogs.
How is that Sparrow hut? I worry for him.
Soft, but unsullied. He helped me find Avgus, and that's enough.
Avgus? I had a hunch or two about that arse blister. Should have acted.
Any hunches about the leech you want to share?
Erke! Tell me it wasn't her!
It wasn't your daughter, dear Kida. Take a breath.
Oh, thank Freya. I have such a fear I will find her down here. She works errands for a smith who sends her to these docks. Most times at night. I cannot stand it.
She works for a blacksmith. Do you know where?
Never told me his name, nor where he hammers. Tight-lipped about everything, the stubborn girl. I haven't seen her in 2 days, and feared the worst. In London, you must always fear the worst.
What sort of job did she have?
Ran errands and the like. She would make a delivery, trade it for hack silver, and scurry back to her smithy.
Do you know the name of the man?
Name. But I wish I did. I would box his ears and harvest his nuts.
Anything else you remember?
I had a neighbor once tell me she saw Regna, lingering for a time under the London Bridge. Worried me sick hearing that.
That's a good place to start. Thank you, Gida.
A shady smith, a missing child. It's a lead with some weight.
London Bridge after sundown. It's worth a look.
Good. I'll hang about here and keep things calm. And Eivor, don't drop your guard around these docks.
Do I look like one who could?
I like those little subtle smiles that Eivor gives at certain points.
She's always saying it when she comes by.
Another one's washed off. Out of the way.
Crooked didn't know you were playing the Cassandra crossover today. Yeah, it's just so funny, isn't it? You know, like, you can tell that instead of trying to come up with a different kind of hairstyle that is, you know, braided, they just copy and pasted what Cassandra had. Like, I get it from a standpoint of time efficiency, but the problem is the skeleton of the NPCs and everything in the later Assassin's Creed games are exactly the same. They just try and make them look different. But then you have Mirage, and if you look at some of the NPCs from this game and put them with the one in Mirage, you could tell that they've just used the same face of an NPC, but just changed certain features to make them look specific to the region that the game takes place in, you know. It's just, I don't know. And from what I saw of Shadows, it looks like they're still using the same NPC character models. They've just changed the textures, not only of what they're wearing, obviously, but also skin textures and stuff are a bit different. But there's still that familiarity.
This area is off limits.
Biko, their facial expressions are amazing. Funny you were making a comment before you said it too, Lo. Great minds think alike is definitely an adequate quote. But yeah, that's the thing, the facial expressions as well. Like, some of them are done quite well, but then there's others that aren't, and then gestures and
Cast
stuff.
about this land, my friend.
Busted, is it a problem though we do have exact same actors in movies? Well, I guess that's true, Busted. But if you're going to watch a movie, say, like John Wick, and you had him look a certain way, but then you did a movie of Indiana Jones and then you made him look the same way, that would be a problem. You have to make sure that, you know, you're making things look different. Like actors who have been in multiple different franchises, for example, even though we know that it's the same actor, they do things to make them look different so that they don't look exactly the same. So there is that aspect, of course. But the problem with the Assassin's Creed games is it's too old by now. Those animation styles and all that kind of stuff. They should have been done with it by now. But yeah, like... And I swear all they've done too with some of the children's faces in these games is just take an adult's face but then just miniaturize it. They did that in Odyssey too.
Rest from rattling skulls.
Stretch your wings, Sunan. Best wait until nightfall.
Kit Kat, thank you so very much for the 20 bits. Thank you very, very much. That's awesome, Kit Kat. Thank you. Welcome on in. How's things going? Hope you're having a good day.
Best follow him. See where this leads.
Are you going great, Kit Kat? That's excellent. Glad to hear that. That's awesome.
Can't this cloud walk any faster? Careful now. Is this the place or... No, just meandering. I should be cautious around here.
Hey there, Zomb. Welcome on in, and thank you for redeeming the Leap of Fail. Which didn't fail. But that's not unheard of when I'm doing Leap of Fails in this series, in these playthroughs. Up. Alright, let's try the Leap of Fail again. Sage, how far percent-wise would you say you are on this story? Not too sure about percentage, but so far I've done 1, 2, 3, 4 story arcs. Doing my 5th one now. After this one's done, I'll have Jorvik, Vinland, Oxenfordshire, Kent, Sussex, Essex, Gloucestershire, Snottinghamshire, Overshire, Lincolnshire, Winchester, and then I'll be doing Asgard and Jotunheim and Hordafilke and Hamptonshire, but I'll also be doing the Animus Anomalies and stuff. So I definitely would say we're probably not even 25% through yet. But I'm not good at that kind of stuff, so still a shit ton of stuff to do. So there's a lot of every single game you've played beside Odyssey, you've been able to pinpoint how far you're in the game, but not Valhalla, the game you most recently played. Yeah, and I guess it depends too, because like
she's some sort of witch. Haven't you seen the burn scars? Lost her whole clan to the flame.
Zom, you knew the voiceover, for your character say, "Careful now," and you knew what was needed was a leap of fail. That was a weird screech. It definitely was. You're not wrong there. Definitely good timing on that redemption. Sage, Vinland is gorgeous. It really is. And it was good to see the connections to Assassin's Creed 3 that are in that.
Have a look, Sunan.
Hey! Treacherous curs! Around! Witch! Get back here! I'll kill you! Almost there. Instep with. Here's a nice hard shaft in the rear. You Archer dog.
Stop right there.
Keep your guard up. Coward, aren't you?
Waiter!
Already dead. Let's drive away! Stop, you!
There's the target! Nail it!
Oh, it's going well, thanks, Zomb. In the previous stream to this one, I did the story arc with Eivor and Cheobert, and the tragic end to that. And now we're working on the London arc. And hopefully, when we finish this arc, the Jorvik and Vinland locations will become available, because they're the next ones I'll do.
You got the purse I'm owed. Huh? Who the fuck are you?
I'm the one asking questions, Sootfinger. Did you craft a set of surgeon's tools for someone called the Leech?
You thick shit! Not hell nor Valhalla will want you once I'm done.
Zom, was that the story arc with the Blood Eagle? It was Zom, yeah. And the actor who played King Rodri, Paul Amos, who played Jacob in Syndicate. He was the one who got the Blood Eagle treatment.
What do you see, Sunan?
Lucas, this game seems very complicated. Yeah, there's definitely some story arcs that have a bit of complexity to them. But I think the game sort of, pacing-wise, is affected by some of the story arcs being forced that you have to do. Some of them could have been optional.
Show me what lies ahead.
Like the concept of going to England, finding a new place to live, forging alliances. That's definitely a key part of the plot, but it should not have been something where every story, like every alliance, had to be made. Make some optional to sort of like alter what kind of scenario people might find themselves in. If someone decided not to do the optional ones, then maybe they might be missing a very, very helpful ally, you know, for example, versus someone who actually did do the optional ones might have some extra people and stuff.